guys. We're back. Another episode. Let's get into it. This week we are doing 21 questions. Would you rather bookish book talk edition? Towards the end, we are getting slightly unhinged. So be prepared.
Yeah, just be prepared because the questions
Uh,
go a little crazy.
Jordan is going to start with a book review first. And then next week I'm going to be doing a pretty long book review. So let's get into it.
So the book that I read, it came out on the 28th of October. It's called Breathe With Me by Becca Mack. I talked about it in last week's video as well. It's the fifth book in the Playing for Keeps series, and it's the final one.
Mhm.
It follows the main, not the main, but like the first established couple. So in all of the books, you have a set of two people, right? And they're all one big friend group. This book is about the couple that was already together in the first book. And
Okay.
honestly, for me,
So
I was
like this is
actually,
their story in the
Mhm.
book of things? Okay.
Yes and no. So I wasn't really sure how I was going to feel about this book because it deals with a lot of like basically the main storyline is the main female character dealing with infertility and how it can ruin relationships and ruin your body and your mental health
Got it.
and your friendships and all of that. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it because I mean, you know me, I'm not somebody who wants kids.
Yeah.
Also, if I were to come back infertile, it wouldn't be a life changing thing for me as it would be for many other people.
Right.
So I just personally wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. But after reading it, honestly, it was such a well written story and like well written book that even I felt connected to it. And it's not even just infertility, it does deal with a lot of like self image and mental health and relationships and things like that, and how such a big impact can affect everything around you. So honestly, it was written really, really well. And although like infertility is not something that plagues me or I'm not like I can't relate to, I
Yeah.
still really enjoyed the book.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
it
will
was
say that that's something that is hard to do with certain topics. Like if you
Mhm.
can't relate on a personal level, it's hard to feel and understand and connect with those
Yeah.
characters. So that's interesting that it was that well written that you still felt like you could.
Yeah, there were definitely
You know I
aspects.
don't like my people books, so
I know. There were definitely aspects where it was like, wow, I feel that. And it wasn't even just like on the infertility level, but it was on like the mental health level.
okay.
And it was a great book. I mean, the spice was top notch. Emmett is A1 for sure.
Yeah.
Um, like they have a kitchen drawer. No, well, not now because they have kids at the end of the book, but towards the beginning of the book, they have a kitchen drawer full of for when the moon strikes. You never know. I kind of fuck with it. I love that. Honestly, I love it. But Becca Mack like really, really writes well
Yeah.
written spicy scenes. Like she does a great job. I talked about that last week, but she does a great job at it. But I was honestly surprised with like how much of a good book I thought this was because I personally thought I wasn't going to relate. But
Yeah.
honestly, 4 out of 5 stars. It was well written. It was great. I still had like this personal impact. Kind of made me want to tear up a little bit, but it was a great book. I think everybody
Okay.
should read it. I think it definitely gives you a glimpse of like what people can go through when they're dealing with infertility. Like some people,
Yeah.
like me, like I'm not trying to be insensitive, but infertility to me in my personal body is not a huge impact to me, but it does give me a glimpse of like what people
That kind of
go through.
struggle. Yeah.
And honestly, it was a great book. It was well written. I loved it, even though it's not something that I've dealt with. So
Yeah. Love
yeah,
that.
I loved
All
it.
right. Well, let's get into it. 21 questions. Would you rather bookish book talk edition?
I'm so excited.
All right. Question one. Would you rather meet your favorite author or your favorite character?
Okay. I thought about this one a lot because I was like, if it's my favorite character, it could be like Satan or Rhysand or Asriel or Kieran,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Typical answers. But if you meet your favorite author, you can get what happens in the series as a whole.
Hmm.
So it's not just like I'm talking to my favorite character, but like
Right.
I'm understanding what's going on in the entire book series, and I get all the sneak peeks and the answers in this like
Yeah.
series. So I think I'm gonna go with favorite author.
Okay, so I'm different than you because just because I meet that favorite author does not mean that she has to give me any information because she doesn't have to. We could have great conversations and I could give her my
Yeah.
therapy bill, but nothing's going to change. I could kiss.
I mean, you're not
Uh,
wrong.
so I'm going favorite character and don't ask me which one because every 5 minutes I could pick a new one.
Yeah, there's no
So,
choosing.
okay.
Would you rather only read series or only read standalones? I'm going series all the way.
Series. I'm not gonna lie, it is very rare that I read a standalone and
Yeah,
I like it because it is typically not enough depth for me because I want 6 series, five of the books they hate each other and it is burning
right.
tension. Why do I like you? And I like emotional depth, emotional. I like trauma. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know because you signed me up for that, okay? And now I'm just
But
stuck.
I like to grow with the character while the character is growing throughout
Yeah,
the series.
I
And
think
I just can't. Now there are good ones out there, but I connect more with in-depth series.
yeah, so I definitely am not like a standalone person, if anything. When it comes to romance, I prefer more like interconnected series where like
Yeah.
each book can be read as a standalone, but if you read it in series order, it makes a little bit more sense because you know the previous character and their story and then you following the second set of characters and the third set of characters and so on and
Yeah,
so
but
on.
it's still the
And
same story,
yeah,
world, timeline. So like
yeah,
I
and I
get that.
definitely now that I'm like more because I haven't really been reading fantasy for that long. But now that I've like read ACOTAR and read Fourth Wing and definitely Blood and Ash, when I read
Mhm.
Blood and Ash, it really switched me to like an in-depth,
Yeah.
long, drawn
Yeah.
out, series
It's
girl.
worth it. It's emotional damage,
Yeah, it is.
but
It's
it's worth it.
100% worth it. That last book, the most recent book,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather only read one book at a time or multiple books at a time?
One,
One, because I just can't. Props to people out there who can read multiple books at a time.
for
When
sure.
I am connecting to a series and to a character, I fully devote myself to that series, that book, that person, that character, and I don't have time for other things because now I'm worried about this person. What are they doing? What are they thinking? What's going on? What's happening next? I need to know the bad guy. Who's the villain? Like I can't.
Yeah,
If you can do that, I envy you. I wish I could.
literally,
I would read
literally.
so I would read way more, but no, don't get me wrong. I read way too many books in a year as is, but it would like triple if I could read multiple things. Now, I can read my school books and my personal books, those are different,
Right. No, I definitely am a
yeah.
one at a time girl. I've always
Yeah.
been that way. I cannot read more than one book at a time because I just forget about the other book.
Yeah.
Because if
Well,
I
I'm the same way with TV shows too. Like if I'm watching a TV
same,
show, it is that TV show and I do
yeah,
not start or like honestly watch anything else until I finish.
yeah. I can't get if I'm sucked into one thing, I can't switch off of that or else my brain will feel all jumbled. Like I
Hmm.
just can't do it. I
Yeah.
those people that you can read like four different books at a time
Yeah.
and keep it all separated and correct and things like that with all your busy lives that you have going on, props to you because
Well, and especially with some of the world building that we have, like imagine trying to have
yeah,
read Blood and Ash and two other series at the same time.
no, couldn't
Like,
happen.
no.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I
Yeah.
would be so confused.
All right. Number four.
Would you rather only read physical books or e-reader books?
Okay. Physical books, because I will always be a physical book person. I love my Kindle. I love that Tyler got me it. I use it every single day. But if I had to pick between, I'm always going to pick a real book.
That's how I felt, but here's the thing. I don't know. It's so hard because I'm such a physical book girl, but then
Yeah.
I got my Kindle and I was like, I honestly prefer reading on my Kindle because one, I don't like to annotate in my physical books. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I will not and I won't. It's to me, it's like heartbreaking to destroy my books like that. And like I can sit in any position that I want and be, like snuggled up under my blanket with my
Yeah.
one hand and my little thumb tapping the side page, whatever, right? But
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever go without reading a physical book. If I'm at home and I'm like, just sitting on my
Yeah.
couch or laying in bed, I'm always on a physical book versus my e-reader. So like, I don't know.
Like for me, the convenience of my Kindle has been life-changing. Like it's thin, it's small,
Yeah,
I can take it anywhere. I use it every day. But if I had to pick something about just like breaking open, and I'm not talking about like people who like break
cracking
the spine, that
stride.
no, I can't. But I'm talking about like when you buy
Well,
a brand new book or it's your first time reading it and you like, bro, yeah.
the smell of a new book.
When you put that book on your shelf.
Yeah, literally, literally. But like I the funny story is I started reading on my phone because I got in trouble for reading physical books at my job, and they pulled me in for my mid-year review and they're like, you
Yeah.
can't read any more books while you're working. So I was like, you're not gonna stop me. I'm gonna read on my phone. And then I got my Kindle for my
Your
birthday.
boss watching this like
No, literally. Hey, I read on my Kindle at work. I still do my job, but I literally read on my Kindle
yeah.
all day at work. I mean, if you're going to tell me that I can't read a physical book at work, I'll find another way to read. I'm not going to sit on my phone for 8 hours. I'd rather be
Yeah.
reading my book.
Nope, felt that. All right. Number
Question
5.
5.
Would you rather never read a new release or never be able to reread a book?
Never be able to reread. Okay. So say
I'm
book 4 of um Fourth Wing comes out and you're not able to read it, forget the reread. I'll take the new one.
I don't know. Here's the thing though. You feel that way because I've read way more of like I have a list of series that you haven't read yet. And if you read every series that I've read, like there's no way I would never be able to like not
Yeah, but
reread
okay, but
those.
you're telling me that like ACOTAR 6 comes out and you can't read it?
Honestly, it ain't about Reese and Feyre.
Okay. Okay, but like book 4 of Fourth Wing?
See, that one would hurt me. But
No.
I don't
There's
know.
always new books
Like
coming out.
there are so many new books that coming out. Don't get me wrong. Like, and it would break my heart to not be able to read, and I would find a loophole to be able to read it because I'd be like, it's been out for a year. It's not a new release. I would definitely find
Right.
loopholes, right? Even if I
That
have
is
to
a good
wait.
loophole. That's a
If
good loophole.
that exactly like if I have to wait because I can't read it as a new release. Oh crap! I think it just broke my necklace. It's fine. Um, but like I had to read it later. That's
Hmm.
fine. The books that I have read,
Interesting.
I could never imagine not being able to ever pick that book up again.
Okay. Okay. You make a good point there. Okay. I'll give you
Okay.
that. Question 6. Would you rather live in your favorite character's world or have them live in your world? Their world. All day
Screw
long.
Earth. Screw Earth. I'm going there.
Literally. Screw this world. I'm going wherever they at.
I got bills. They got powers.
I'm saying they ain't gotta pay bills there. I'm out. Like shoot. Don't even get me started on the
Yeah.
the fighting and the swords and the nice
They
horses.
don't. They
No.
don't got highways and traffic. They got dragons.
No. Come on. Like give me a one-way ticket and I'll be on my way. 3 seconds flat, bro.
Okay, number 7. Would you rather every book start with Once Upon a Time or every book end with Happily Ever After?
Happily ever after.
Okay, so I have stipulations to both of these. In
Okay.
order for it to be Happily Ever After, that can be the last line as long as I still get what is the Happily Ever After. If it means that it just says and they lived happily ever after and we don't get the aftermath, then I don't want it. If it says Once Upon a Time, I still need the backstory leading into everything. It can't just be once upon a time there was a girl
Right.
who did this and then we're into the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So depending
Right.
on what the stipulations are, depends my answer. I am I'm a hopeless romantic, and also I'm sorry. Do I understand that sometimes I just need like for example, Alchemized, where it was just like this like heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, pretty much like every second I was just being stabbed in the chest, and it was horrible in terms of how good it was. But it still had a happy ending. I need my happy ending. I need my character. If one dies, they better both die, and then be in whatever the books
They
afterlife
need to pull
heaven.
Olivia Rose. They need to pull Olivia Rose because
Exactly. Like as long as they're together, I don't care.
yeah, fair enough.
So,
I feel like I wouldn't honestly mind either. It's really like
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time, Happily Ever After. It's very like fairy tale, but I probably wouldn't mind either. Once you
Yeah.
get into the book, it don't really matter what the first line is anyway. All right, question 8.
Okay.
Would you rather never be able to buy a book again or never be able to borrow a book again?
Never
Borrow.
borrow. I don't borrow.
I
Everyone
don't
borrows
borrow anyway.
mine.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no.
if anything, like if I'm buying like discount books, that's not borrowing. And I really would like love to start utilizing my local library, but my local library is 20 minutes away from me, and I don't have a vehicle for the first 3 days of the week. So
Yeah. See,
I
here's my
don't.
thing. When something's mine, it's mine. So I would rather pay full price for a book and never borrow
Also, I mean,
or
we're
buy.
very much like a physical book is a trophy. Like it
Yeah.
is a collection.
Yeah.
It's not just, oh, I have a bunch of books. No, it's a collection of books that we have
Yeah.
in pristine condition. So it's not like we really like borrow anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Number 9. Would you rather have no audio in the background or have background noise while reading? Okay. It doesn't matter for me because I've read in the middle of just like full on parties, like family reunion functions where everyone is drinking, music blaring. I can read anywhere. It doesn't matter what's going on around me. And I can also read in silence because once I'm like locked in,
Locked in, yeah.
the only time I feel like this answer would matter for it does exactly the answer doesn't even matter the question either way. It's like, okay, so you know when you're like first starting a book and it's like right before you like are sucked in and you're just like kind of like, okay, am I getting to that point? That's the only time I feel like I ever am distracted
Yeah.
when reading. But there have been times when like I'm just like full on reading and someone's talking to me and I don't even know someone's there.
Yep. No idea. No idea.
So
We
for
could just be
me
sitting
that
on the
doesn't
couch.
matter.
So for me, I prefer to have background music. So if I'm reading at home, like if I'm reading at work, there's always noise going on in the background. We have
Yeah.
music playing, there's customers, like we have sounds all over the place. My computer's always dinging at me. If I'm reading at home, I prefer to have background noise. Typically, I'll have my background TV show. At the moment, it's Two Broke Girls. It used to be Big Bang Theory until I got kicked out of my HBO Max.
Yeah.
Thanks, Travis. Um, Actually, I logged into it too many times, and I had them send me a 6-digit code too many times, so they knew it wasn't me. Um,
Love it.
but I typically just like have background TV, and it's just like on a
Mhm.
lower volume,
Yeah.
and that kind of like locks my brain in because I am just like an ADHD person, and I need 7 forms of media to go at all times, unfortunately. So, but if I read in silence, it's not a big deal either. I can read in silence. I just prefer to read with audio.
And then last comment before we move on. So it doesn't matter if it's dead silent or like absolutely loud when I'm reading like books like that. But if I'm studying or doing schoolwork, I cannot do it in silence. And I have my headphones full blast. It is the only way. And even like, okay, when I work at home, I have music going at all times. But for I can read dead silent, no problems.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
I can
is.
read in any environment, but if I'm doing like schoolwork or anything like that, or
Yeah.
like actual work at home, like if I'm editing, there has to be something going on. I can't do it in silence. It
Yeah.
makes me go crazy. I get bored and then I go TikTok on my phone.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, number 10. Would you rather your mom have access to your e-reader or only read books with cringy pet names?
She get in the password. She get in the Kindle. She can have the what's it called? The script that has all of my annotations on it. She can have recommendations. I'll even give her go to chapter 55. I do not care. I can't do I can't do bad names.
I honestly, this one was so easy for me because my mom literally is like, "Oh, you should read this book." And I'm like, you should read this book. And we could talk about smut all day long. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she was reading 50 Shades of Grey when I was growing
No,
up.
I
We've
remember.
been new. We've been knew how I was going to turn out. Like, it's not surprising.
Okay. All right, number 11. Would you rather have a friend who loses your books or one who dog ears them?
Loses. Loses 100%. I can replace the book. If you mess up my book, I swear to God, I will be so upset. I will literally be so upset. I,
Yeah, I'm the same exact way. Please, if you're there is book etiquette.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
I
for
am
sure.
giving you something, and this is clothes, shoes, anything, if I'm giving you something to borrow, it is supposed to be returned back in the condition that I gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, you could ruin my favorite pair of shoes, my favorite shirt, and I'll be pissed, but you ruined my book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
I,
be one crash out.
I do.
Like,
I can replace a book. You return it to me with dog ears or anything like that, and I will be so upset.
I
I
had
think
one time someone return one of my books to me, and I stopped letting people use my books. I'm so serious because
uh
I got the book back, and tell me why, as soon as I like went to put it in my bookshelf, a page literally fell out.
no, no, thank you. I have let one person outside of you because I
Yeah,
have your copy of Akatar.
I
It's up
know.
there right now. Um, I have let one person borrow my books, and she returned them back to me in the same exact
Oh,
condition.
that was your
But
coworker, right?
yeah, shout
Yeah.
out Chelsea. But I was so anxious because I was like, oh my God, I really hope they come back in good condition because if
Yeah.
she messes them up, I'll be really sad because it's the box set. And I was just really nervous, but she brought them back to me in great condition. And if it tells you how much of a stickler I am with my OCD,
Yeah.
I bought a book from Barnes and Noble, walked out the door,
This story's crazy.
realized that there was a tiny little mess up on it was so minuscule,
Yeah.
so small. But I was like,
I know. I was on the phone with me and you literally got in your car and you were like, "Oh, dang, look at this." And you're like, "Should I walk in? No, I shouldn't." And I was like, "Yes, walk in."
yeah. So I walked back in with the book that I had just purchased, walked up to the coworker, and I was like, I know this is crazy, but I just bought this in here. Can I please replace it because the corner's messed up? Yeah, and they let me switch it out. I looked at it and I grabbed it.
Is this the same Barnes that like they know you by name?
Oh yeah, the Barnes and Noble by my work. I have a Barnes and Noble that's 2 minutes from my work, which is
Yeah.
bad.
Probably the worst
But
thing like
I
ever.
walk in and I like go to the checkout line. They're like, "Can you spell your last name for me?" They're like, "We already know. Like, let me get your email. But how do you spell your last name again? Because it's really hard to spell."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you're a rewards member, right? You come in here all the time." Like, damn, don't out me like that. Yes, I come in here all the time. This one lady, when I would go,
They're gonna have your number memorized.
no, literally, this one lady that works there, love her to death. She's so sweet. I come in and she's like, "Hey, Jordan, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, they know me.
Yeah, there's a reason I couldn't work at Barnes. I'd be poor. Like I'd be broke. I would have
Oh
no
yeah,
money. I would
I
have no
would,
paycheck.
I wouldn't have a paycheck because it'd be all spent.
Yeah,
Oh, got paid today. Let's go spend it. I got 16 books I need to buy.
right.
Like goodness. Question 12. Would you rather read a cliffhanger ending or a heartbreaking one? I think,
Okay. Okay. This is gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna go with heartbreaking
see, I think I'm on your side here because
because at least I know.
at least we know what happens and we're
At
not
least I
stuck
know. And
waiting.
also, I honestly read these books at this point for the emotion.
Yeah, we know. That's not
Like I signed myself up for it.
it's
Yeah.
okay. But I mean,
I
I
don't.
think we're all just traumatized from Rebecca Yaros. Love her to death.
Yeah, I'd
I
rather it be
think I
like
would rather
absolutely
just
heartbreaking.
I think I would rather just read a heartbreaking one and cry my
Yeah.
eyes out and know that that's the end instead
Yeah.
of having to wait.
Agree. Okay. Number 13. Would you rather have the book ending be spoiled or never know what happens?
This is easy. Easy
I'd
money
ra-
right here.
I would rather it be spoiled. I'm
I would
still
rather
gonna
it
go
be
through the
spoiled.
emotions of it and deny it the entire time and be like, no, this is definitely
Yeah,
not
that
it.
doesn't happen.
But I could never not know.
Yeah, I could never not know what
I think
happens.
I'd go crazy.
Yeah, I'd go insane. I would literally be like how I am with Fourth Wing right now and just like theorize every day of my life.
Yeah. And like net to never have answers, no.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
No.
Somebody put Rebecca Yaros in bubble wrap and get her under FBI protection. That way nothing happens to her.
No,
Like,
that's so valid.
it's so valid.
That's so valid.
Okay. Question 14. Would you rather read a book that's missing the middle chapter or one that's missing the first and last chapter? Also easy money.
Middle.
Middle.
Middle. I would
Middle
rather
one.
miss, so even if it's like an important moment in the middle, I don't care because the beginning of the book and the end of the book are literally the most important things.
I agree. I agree with you there.
Okay, 15. Would you rather a series you love stops getting published after a massive cliffhanger or an author you love start writing a genre you don't like? This is easy. I would rather an author that I love start writing in a genre that I don't like because I don't have to read it.
Period. I agree with you. That one's pretty easy too.
Like if Rebecca Yarros decided to write a football star quarterback love story with the high schoolers and whatever, good for her. I'm still
I
not
mean,
reading
she
it.
already does write like non-fantasy books, so
Yeah, but I was just being particular because I hate the football
yeah,
quarterback
the star football
storyline.
quarterback. Yeah, no.
But like for example, I love her as an author. I haven't this is probably horrible. I haven't read those other books, but that's just not my genre.
Yeah.
So
Everybody has a preference. I really want, okay, with Rebecca Yarros, everybody says you need to read The Last Letter because it's like her most heartbreaking book. I want to read it so bad just to like go through the emotional toll because I want to see what it's about, but I'm also scared.
yeah, it's like all over my TikTok
It's her
and
most heartbreaking
I've
book
been
she's ever
tempted,
written.
but again, I hate people.
Yeah, you know. I also, this goes again with me saying, put Rebecca Yarros in some bubble wrap and put her under FBI protection because if anything
Yeah,
happens to her, I will be so upset. This is where
there's no censor going forward.
the filter comes off and we go unhinged, okay? We're going a little bit crazy,
Yeah.
all right? So from here on out, just bear with us because this is crazy, okay? Question 16. Would you rather have a one night stand with your top book boyfriend or kiss them once every day?
No hesitation, no questions asked. I'm having the one day.
I'm on your side. One night stand for sure because yeah, it's great that I get to kiss you, but like,
24 hours.
yeah, yeah, we ain't sleeping at all.
No, we're
Like
not.
one night stand, easily. Obvious choice.
Okay. All right. Follow along with this one, okay? Would you rather jump into your own brand new world with your own MMC or fight the FMC of your favorite series to get your chance to be with the MMC? Okay, I'm gonna let you go first.
This one's hard.
This one's easy for me.
While the prospect of a new world is exciting, I don't think that I would choose that one because I would rather literally just go into like fourth wing and be a dragon rider because that's what I was meant to be in this life and that's not a thing. And
Yeah.
if I have to fight Violet, we're going EDS for EDS, babe. Like one of us gonna go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the same thing. I'm sorry, wrap them knees and elbows up, honey, because you gonna need it.
That's so messed up. But like,
Like,
I mean, I could.
you know that TikTok sound where it's like, I am not your sister, I will, man.
That's yeah. That is the perfect analogy because
Yeah,
if I had the chance to go into like anywhere, like whether it be Akatar or Fourth Wing or anything
yeah.
like that,
And like, if you beat this character, that like you have them. You know what I'm saying?
right?
There's no like, oh, but just because you beat her doesn't mean that they're gonna pick you. No, 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 no. Like like if you beat her, you are her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going fight the female main character.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but if I get the shot, if I can try and get to be
Yeah.
with Rhysand or Zayden or Kieran and Cass, I'm taking that shot. I don't know if I'd win, but you would win. I don't know if I would win. You would
Yeah.
win, but
I feel like with the right motivation, you would win.
I think so. I think I have a solid shot.
Yeah.
A solid shot.
All right.
Question 18. Would you rather have wingspans or shadows? Shadows all day long. One book, okay? One book series, and I'm just gonna put it out here. Flesh and Fire. Nyktos, that's my man right there. I'm sorry, it's gonna be shadows all day long.
You remember the scene I read you last night?
Yes. Oh my god. What is that from?
It's from the Book of Azrael.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay,
I remember. I
guys,
remember. I remember.
I'm doing my reread, and I had to call her and be like, because I forgot this scene. And we have this scene multiple times, but it was just like I completely forgot that it was in this series, so it took me like it caught me so off guard. And you're telling me that we could be, and then at the same time, those could be everywhere.
Everywhere else. Mm-hmm.
Or
Shadows all day
you know
long.
what's even better is like the trope where like um who I can't remember what book did it, but where like he wasn't actually even doing like touching her, and it was just the shadows, and
That's
like
Flesh and
she
Fire. That
is
happened
it.
to Nikdos and Sarah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And she's like, I know Nick was here, but he wasn't even in the room.
Yeah. Like I'm sorry, they could be downstairs doing the dishes, and you're telling me like
Literally. Literally, I'm sorry that's such an easy choice. Shadows, 100%. I wish
yes.
that was a real thing in real life because I want to experience that.
Yeah.
While I love the, wingspan trope, like in Akatar and stuff, it just I will never get over the shadows. Zayden, Nyktos, Rizan,
Keep bringing it.
yeah, you can keep going. Literally, it never ends, and it's so good, and I love it.
All right, question 19. Would you rather have dirty things whispered into your ear during it or have the mind link? This is without a doubt the easiest question. Mind
Yeah,
link.
mind link. If I could have a mind link in real life with my partner, my life would be so much easier. So much easier. You're telling me if I could talk to Phoenix in my mind, especially during those moments, it'd be over. It'd be over.
Like when you're reading like a new book and like that's happening and it's always like, like her like inner monologue and it's like, oh my God, yes, harder, do it.
Yeah,
Way
literally.
that way. And then all of a sudden and then the next sentence is like, and then as if he could read my mind. And I'm like, but she can.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tropes where it's like things are
Yeah.
happening and she's like saying things in her mind and he's
Yeah.
doing them and she's like, "Oh, it's like he can read my mind." No, you're speaking directly to
Right.
him. You got a
Also,
mind link.
imagine me being able to shit talk and not even have to open my mouth.
No, literally. If we could mind link, oh my God, I'd be over for the rest of the world.
We would rule the world.
Yeah, it would be over. Goodness.
Okay.
Okay,
I
question
think the next two questions are probably the hardest questions.
question 20. Would you rather have a throne room scene or a chapter 55 scene?
So we're going throne room, fourth wing, Akatar chapter 55. Okay, I've thought about this one since last night. I'm going chapter 55. No explanation.
I think I'm
Chapter
also
55.
going chapter 55 with you
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Throne room scene, it is good. It's not their best moment though.
my chair,
Is
my
it
house, my woman,
is
but
it a crazy
like
moment? 1,000%, but it's not the moment. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, chapter 55 is the moment.
Yeah.
And it's so recognizable. Like I know nobody needed the oh, it's from Akatar because everybody who's read Akatar knows what chapter 55 means.
Well, because so when Emily, because she just finished, right? It's taken
Mm-hmm.
her a year to read the whole series.
Good job,
So,
Emily. We're proud of you,
right,
babe.
right. Clap for Emily. So I told her, I was like, she was like, I don't know if I could keep doing this because the first book, like it's some people are sucked in right away. I was, and then other people, it takes a second to like pretty much get three-fourths of the way through to be like sucked in.
It took me about halfway, I feel like.
Yeah, she was one of those people. And I said, just keep waiting. And then she started the second book and she was like, because you know that it sets it up for it to be like, like you're not supposed to like Reese, like
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to be kind of like drawn to him, but like you're not. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like leave her alone. Tamlin and her, like they deserve their happy ending. Oh, sorry
Right.
guys. I don't know. That was major spoiler. Sorry.
It's fine.
Um, sorry. Anyway, we don't like tampon.
No tampon.
So no tampon. Um, and so and like even me, I remember like I called you when I was on the team bus. We were on our way to Indiana to go play against the University of Indianapolis. And I was like reading it and in the first book, it's not super spicy. So I wasn't, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like during that second book, I was like on the team bus and I'm like reading like
Like
this. Because mind you, I had my tablet because I was doing schoolwork because I brought the first
Hmm.
physical book and then finished it. It was like I have to know what happens. And we still had like I don't know, we were going for spring break. So we were going to be there for a week and I didn't think I'd
Right.
have that much time to read. I don't know why I didn't think I'd finish the book on the bus. I read way too fast, but whatever. So I'm like dimming the brightness down and I'm like, like reading like this. But I remember like texting you being like, God, like let them just have their happiness. Like, oh, but I
Right.
want to see more of him because I like him and I'm drawn to him. But
Right.
like, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like this is happening, and I'm like, this is it. This is the moment. We've all been waiting for. But I was
This
telling
is the
Emily,
moment.
I was telling Emily, I was like, just wait till chapter 55. And then she'd be like, I'm almost there, chapter 50. And then she's like, chapter 52. And then finally, she's like, chapter 55 was the best thing I think I've ever read. I
Yeah.
was like, I
No, I'm not
told
even gonna lie. I read chapter 54 and 55 right before I went to bed,
you.
and I went to sleep and had dreams about it that night because I literally read chapter 54 and 55 and went right to bed because I was just like
Yeah.
stunned. I was like stunned. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Either option, good options. All right, question 21. This is the hardest question. Would you rather have your night with Rhysand and Kingfisher or Xaden and Azriel?
All right. I've been thinking about this one because I had no idea what I was going to say. Both sides are very good options, but I think I have to stick true to myself and go Zayden and Azriel because you get shadows, you get wings on both sides. Azriel is my man. I think I'm going Zayden and Azriel on this one.
I'm going Rhysand and Kingfisher. You get wings and shadows on that side too.
I know.
We get automatic mind link because he can go into anyone's mind. So we don't have to be mates to do that.
You got a good point.
Right, right. I get Mr. I'm gonna introduce you to all seven gods, and then you're gonna tell them who we get that. Like, and then not only on top, like both of like uh, 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 don't you know? I'm going no, no. Would I miss that? Yeah, but
I
I have chills.
I'm an Azriel girly. I'm a Zayden
I
girly.
know you are. I know. I am too, but I'm going that way.
Yeah, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
That's why. No, that's why we're friends. It's perfect.
Yeah,
You
literally.
go this way, like
Literally, you get them too, I get them too, okay?
yeah,
We could never, you know those TikTok videos where it's like, we could never
like
fight over a man?
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Because you got one type and I got a way other type.
I mean, no, we like agree on our book ones the same way, but like,
No, we would never fight over. Alrighty, that's all for this week. I hope you played along with us because those were great questions. Next week, we are definitely going to be vlogging our Brimstone because Brimstone releases next week. I'm so excited. But next video, we'll probably just be doing a couple fun games. Heavenly's going to do her book review, and then we'll talk about Brimstone.
yes. All right, guys.
All right.
Honestly, if you had a favorite question, you should comment them because we need
Yeah,
a
we
little
need
bit.
give us some more questions. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right. See you next Saturday.